Hey, what is up guys? Skiddy Fishing here, and today I'm going to be fishing the new Talon Mini from DRAGONtail Tenkara. Now, as of this video, this rod is available and live on the DRAGONtail website, and I will be honest with you, there is an extremely limited production. I believe there's only 70 rods that are made on the first batch, and then the next batch will be made late September, fallish. So just quick impressions here. It's basically the definition of a pocket rod here. So just a quick background, DRAGONtail did have the Talon, the original Talon, which I believe was a pack rod, and then it was eventually replaced with the Cata, and now they're coming into the pocket rod spectrum. So pocket rods are kind of in right now. This rod has 14 blanks, and I will tell you this, for how many blanks there are, it's a very soft rod. I'm comparing this to a couple Tenkara Rod Co rods and Tenkara USA, much softer on this rod of the spectrum. So definitely love it. If you want some real nitty-gritty specs, I would recommend going into Teton Tenkara blog. I'll post that below via Tom Davis. Most of you have probably already done your research though. This rod does have a lot of hype behind it. And probably the most important thing to note is that if you want the neoprene sock, you've got to order within the first 70 because the next production will not have them. My understanding is that because of this sock and it not fitting fully within the rod tube, there was a small blemish somewhere near the DRAGONtail logo. And yeah, we're gonna take this fishing and hopefully catch some cutthroat here. So quick thank you to Brent from DRAGONtail Tenkara for sending this to me and letting me demo this rod. I'm super excited to try it out. Yeah, that counts. Oh, got him. That was so cool. Oh my gosh, that was so freaking cool. All right. Nope. Oh, I sight fished him. He took it before he even hit the water. Yeah, dude, that is, oh my gosh. I can't believe that. That's so freaking awesome. Let's get him upstream here a little bit. Oh, that is a pretty fish. Look at that. I can't believe I got him downstream, dude. Oh. Oh my goodness. You might be... I've had a lot of contention for the prettiest cutthroats I've ever caught. Oh man, I'm in the trees. I'm probably gonna lose them. See if I can get closer. Oh yeah. Wow. super dark colors. Oh man, that is the fish that people dream of. I'd say another 10-incher maybe. But I mean, just look at those colors. Oh my goodness. All on the Talon Mini right there, guys. So that's the kind of overhead I'm working with. Small creek. And I'm casting right through that, so. Wow, I am in just shock and awe right now. Let's get this guy back in the water. Release him. Goodbye, buddy. You're the trout of the day, I'm sure. There he goes. So again, as I was mentioning, this rod fishes 3.5 level line very well, and I've got it mixed with Rio 5X tippet. I think just about all of the DRAGONtail rods fish the 3.5 the best, with the exception of the Foxfire. Probably a 3.0 or a 2.5 would be better for that. But I've never fished the Hellbender, but I have some pretty stiff rods from other brands, or big fish rods, I should mention. And I mean, they fish the 3.5 just fine, so sometimes those big fish rods, I'm fishing furled line though. Pretty heavy vegetation, but I was able to get my rod out and my line without getting it caught on anything, so it's just hard to beat, guys. Got one. Yes, I figured I could pull one out of there. Fly's already out. So, man, he almost looks like a juvenile rainbow. Bye, buddy. Oh, got one. I didn't realize I was on. That's a good one. Ooh, that's a good fight. Swimming upstream. Oh, that's the biggest one. Oh, yes, that is huge for this place, everyone. That is 12 inches. 12. Oh man, creek monster right now. Where are you? Hell yeah. There we go. That is a Bonneville cutthroat trout. There you go, buddy. Oh no. All right, well, he got off and he's in the trees. Now I gotta go rescue him. This is now a rescue operation. And it's a cutthroat. All right. All right, guys, so now it's time to kind of go over my impressions with this rod so far. It fishes at 10 foot 2 inches. It is soft. I mean, this is probably the most true 6'4" rod I have yet to fish. A lot of the 6'4s out there are kind of like in between that 7'3" and 6'4", which is fine, but this rod is literally using like 40+% of the backbone, almost to half the rod. And as you probably saw, I caught some small fish, I caught some decent fish. I mean, a good fish in here is probably 10 inches. I'd say a monster's 14, so it's probably pretty rare that people catch them out of here. But I mean, I'm a big guy, as you can see. I'm 250 pounds, 6'2", and I got bare hands, so my bare hands fit over this just fine. I do naturally keep my index finger on the bottom blank, but for 14 blanks on this rod, it is way softer than a lot of the other pocket rods out there, and probably most of the pack rods. So now, this is not a diss on the rod, but I did notice that the Lillian is really long, like the longest Lillian I think I've seen. So that's just the comment. No, nothing against the rod at all. And then mosquitoes out here. And then it's got a swivel tip Lillian, which half of my rods have those. So again, I got nothing against them. Now, buyer beware, everyone is gonna get this rod tube. However, not everybody is gonna get this, which I think is super cool. A lot of the DRAGOntail rods come with like a sock that kind of pulls over both ends. But this is a zipper sock. So this is perfect for like your car door and stuff if you really don't want to use the tube. And I love it. So Brent says that it's just a little cumbersome for the tube, so he's gonna get rid of it for future production. So if the first 70 sells out and you get the full price rod or the next pre-order, don't expect this sock. So, but it does come with 2 caps. You get the fancy cap plus the little tip cap here. So again, if you want the nitty-gritty info, go to Tenkara. I'm an average fisherman, guys. Like, Tenkara is so fun to me because it's so simple and very appealing. If you don't want to overthink this review, like this is the video, I suppose. So I think the last thing that's worth mentioning is that the blanks, when you pull them up, get really stiff. Like, this is probably one of the harder rods for me to collapse. It's not difficult, but it is harder compared to other ones. So I don't know if it just needs to break in. I guess that's good if you're a little bit more rough with your rods when you're collapsing them, but otherwise it's super tiny, and I could see myself bringing this on just about all my journeys. Now, if you're wondering if this should be the very first rod you should ever pick up, I don't know. This is how I see it. If you're open to Tenkara and you really want to get into the universe, I say buy the Shadowfire first. Get the 12-foot rod, or a rod that does have a 12-foot length, because to me that's the average length, and that's probably what you should get used to. 10 inches is definitely a great secondary. So you could pick a zoom rod if you need, you know, the best one-all be-all. But I'm starting to love rods at fixed lengths. So for me, this should be your second rod. And if you are a Western fly fisherman and you are never gonna drop that pole, but you want a little something for the trails, yes, this should be your first rod. So that's how I see it. And a special shout out to Brent from DRAGOntail Tenkara for sending me this for this review and demoing. I am so honored that I got this opportunity. So hope to stay in touch with you. Tight lines, everyone.